Hello and welcome to Pizza's Practical Tarot. For this reading, I am asking, what do you need to know right now? This is a reading for all signs, and in this video, I do have the first 6 readings. I will post a second video with the second half of signs. So in this video, you'll find readings for Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Libra. All right. You can always check out your sun, your moon, your rising, your north node, whatever placement is calling to you. All right. Sometimes it's a timestamp that calls our name. So you get to decide. You get to decide if what you hear is meant for you and if the messages are resonating with you. I will link the second video once I have it up. I'll link it below in case you're looking for a different sign. Hopefully I should have that up by tomorrow. So yeah, so come back and check. You can always come back and check. You know, if you liked what you heard, please let me know your likes, comments, subscribes, if there were any messages for you here at all. All right. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And yeah, I guess I want to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing for this middle part right here. Okay, this is going to be an energy check. So I'm using the Mystic Mondays Astrology Tarot to ask about themes that are showing up for you at this time. If this part of the reading does not make sense to you, please check out different placement. All right, then I'm asking what you need to know about what's showing up in your deep within, how you are showing up to the world, how the universe is affecting you, and anything else you might not see coming. If you have any questions about the spread, please feel free to ask. Let me know. But yeah, I hope that there are messages for you in this reading. If there are, please feel free to leave me a like, a comment, subscribe, share my videos with anybody you think might be interested. I want to say that my readings are not for the faint of heart always. All right, sometimes it's, you know, loving and cute and sweet, and sometimes it can get a little dark and deep and a little messy. So, you know, be warned if there's something that you don't want to hear or something that's just not for you. Do not be afraid to, you know, just turn the video off and move on. But overall, you know, my goal here is to share messages that are for our personal growth, messages that I hope help you on your journey. And sometimes those messages can be a little hard to hear, but, you know, like I said, trust yourself above everything else, and I will see you at your reading. Thank you. Hello, Pisces, Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome. We are asking, what do you need to know right now? We are using this first part of the reading as an energy check. So if this part does not make sense to you, please feel free to check out a different placement. We have the energy of Earth and Palace showing up for you at this time. This is beautiful. I feel like above everything, there is a high need for you to ground yourself with the earth energy showing up. Okay, this is an energy of determination, of being pragmatic. Okay, making sure that you are being mindful of the steps that you are taking, particularly with the Palace energy showing up here. Pallas Athena, right? This is the goddess of strategy. She's the goddess of battle, right? So it's not just you know, when I say battle, very different, right, than than like the energy of Aries and the god of war, who's just kind of, yeah, doing and taking charge of things, right? Battle is strategic. You have to come up with a game plan, okay? And Pallas is here to remind you that you have that wisdom within you, that you need to use your skill set to be very real about what it is that you're trying to ground and what it is that you're trying to create with the earth energy showing up here, right? So this can be that some of you might feel like you're working on your careers or trying to strengthen your health or trying to assess your living situation. Okay, I feel like things that are very tangible and that you are experiencing in the everyday, right, are in need of your attention. And Palace wants you to strategize, to come up with game plans so that you can tackle these things wisely and really, you know, sorry, the term right here, self-defense, I don't know if you can see it, that's really calling to me, right? But it feels like so that you can feel stronger, so that you can take care of yourself, and that you feel like I'm getting an energy of feeling confident. There you go. That's what it is. Okay. So that you can go on with confidence, knowing that you're doing the right thing, not questioning yourself so much, and also not depleting your energy, right? Because sometimes we can kind of go about things, especially when we're trying to work on our earthly in material realms and trying to take care of our careers, trying to take care of our homes. We can tire ourselves out, and Palace wants you to protect your energy as well here. So let's see what else we have for you showing up at this time. What else does Pisces need to know right now? You have the Father of Pentacles. That makes a lot of sense. And the Ace of Swords. Wow, more earth and air energy, okay? And then you have the Star. This is beautiful. And the Seven of Pentacles. All right. Yeah, look, I'm going to say your hard work will pay off, okay? I'm going to note that the only card that showed up right here is the Star. And this showed up in the position of what the universe is offering you, what it's bringing your way. So the universe is having your back at this moment. It is supportive. It is saying, hey, come on, make that wish. What is it that you're trying to ground? What is it that you're trying to create? Some of y'all are feeling frustrated with the Seven of Pentacles. This is indicating, like, when am I going to get everything that I've worked so hard for? Like, I've been sitting here waiting. I've been doing the watering. I've been putting my plants into action. And the thing is that for some of you, you could be even misdirecting some of your energy. Okay, so there's a need to check in with yourself about where you are putting energy and effort into, because, right, okay, I'm getting the imagery of, for example, let's say that you're taking care of a plant, and it's, maybe some of the leaves are starting to wilt and some of the things are just kind of not working out. And if you continue to water, right, and you continue to try to nurture it, take care of it or whatever, right, like the ends of the leaves, right, like they're just kind of taking up those resources and that energy, and it's not necessarily going to grow, right? So you need to kind of trim, right? Oh, there you go. That's well, I went all the way around just to say, right, there's something that needs some trimming, okay? Something that you need to cut, something where you are wasting resources, okay? And I feel like that's something that you're being asked to check in with yourself about, that you are still learning. I feel like some of y'all could be questioning yourselves with the Ace of Swords showing up reversed here and how you are showing up to the world. I'm getting that you're trying to learn, but now you're being asked to also apply, okay? Hence Palace, okay? Think about your skill set. Think about the things that you've already learned and be really mindful about how you're acting, because with the Star, I'm going to say that while the universe wants to support you, first of all, you have to feel very worthy of receiving. You have to accept the support of the universe and say, yep, I deserve this. I need this. I am ready for this. Okay. So that you can welcome it in, because that support can be there. But if you are dismissing it, or if you're not willing to do the work, and if you don't work on your mindset, okay, and you're learning, your understanding of what it is that you're trying to make happen here, then it's not going to manifest. Okay, with the Father of Pentacles showing up in the innermost side over here, I feel like you're being called to give to yourself at this moment. Check in with yourself. Okay, the Father of Pentacles is very good at taking care of business, taking care of others. This is the provider, right? And getting the sense that you might be really good at this, right? Like probably why the earth energy is showing up here, because you know how to handle your business. But once again, maybe you've given too much of yourself to others, because the reversal here to me is indicating that you need to give to yourself first. Okay, maybe some of the things that you're being asked to trim is how much of your energy you're putting into things that aren't really serving you right now. I'm getting, it's like your mindset, sorry. I meant to say mindset and mind shift, okay? But your mindset needs to shift, okay? Sorry about that little, yeah, see? Okay, yeah, it's funny because the Ace of Swords can also indicate miscommunication. Did I touch on that? Because I was thinking about it, but I don't think I touched on that. But the Ace of Swords reverse can indicate miscommunication. So y'all, some of y'all could need to assess the way that you're communicating with others. It could be the way that you're sharing your needs. It could be, and I go back to this, okay? Even the way that you're sharing what it is that you're wishing upon, and what it is that you're trying to create, but starting with yourself and believing, right, that you are worthy, right, that you are deserving of whatever it is that you are asking for from the universe and from others as well, okay? And I want to kind of go back to this whole, maybe some of you are giving too much of yourselves to people here, and remind you that that doesn't mean that you have to be crass about cutting people off, or you have to be crass about setting boundaries. You can set boundaries in a way that is still respectful, that it doesn't make it about the other person, and that you're not, right, like maybe throwing words or throwing shade at other people while still taking care of your needs, okay? So that could be another thing that needs your attention at this time right now, okay? I'm gonna actually pull from my little deck of self-care and see anything else that you need to hear at this moment, Pisces. All right, you have inner child healing, you have be proud, and you have crying equals strength, okay? So your inner child could be calling for your attention at this time, okay? Inner child healing could be actually the way that you are giving too much of others, or the way that you understand your value and your worth could come from inner, parts of your inner child that are in need of being nurtured and taken care of, particularly with the Father of Pentacles being reversed here. I'm not going to say I'm not speaking any ill of your father or anything, right? But maybe your relationship with a parent or your father, right, could need some healing. And I want to remind you, right, this does not mean necessarily with the person, but it's more about you processing and receiving this information and how that relationship might have affected you, okay? It might not be your father, it might just be a parent in general, okay? But I feel like those dynamics can be affecting, okay, I'm just gonna throw this out there, right? Like maybe some of y'all give too much of yourself to others because of expectations that were placed on you when you were young, or trying to seek that validation, or that kind of like, did I do a good job kind of thing, and it's like, well, now it's time for you to take care of you. You validate yourself. You go, yes, little Pisces, like, you got this. Hey, you're doing good, right? Like, not seeking outside validation, but giving it to yourself here, okay? Yeah, sorry I had to go there, but we had to go there, okay? I'm gonna actually jump all the way over here to this card, and the crying equals strength, okay? With allowing yourself to feel, allowing yourself to let your feelings out, and maybe even those senses of injustice or things that didn't work out, or that you, whatever it is that you are carrying, remind yourself that you don't need to justify it, right? If you didn't feel validated, let's say, I'm gonna go back to this example, okay? Maybe you're dealing with, I don't know, like parent, I'm going to go back to this parent thing. It's just kind of a showing up, right? And it's like, what are you talking about, right? Maybe your parents are like, I gave you all the love, I took care of you, and I did everything for you, and la la la. And maybe it just wasn't quite aligned to what you needed. Like that happens, okay? People can try their best and still kind of miss the mark, or whatever, and it's like, you don't need to justify it, right? Like, you don't, if you felt like you weren't quite getting what you needed, it's okay to just kind of be there, and then figure out how to do it for yourself, right? Figure out how it is that you can take care of your needs here. But also, right, like, you don't have to try to say, oh, okay, well, my parents fed me, my parents gave me housing, la la la, and then try to justify why you shouldn't feel a certain way, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, okay? I go back to this, right? It's like, you're not wallowing, you're transforming. For me, this is my death card in my deck here. So it's about transforming that energy. So you're not just sitting there and being vengeful and hating on people. You're taking this and saying, okay, how am I going to change that? And then I would say, right, like, do it for yourself, because there's a little bit of work. Back to the Seven of Pentacles, this is indicating that there's still work that needs to be done around this. And then with the Ace of Swords, right, like, your understanding is changing and shifting here. And be proud, okay? Above everything, be proud of where you're at. This is my Judgment card into my deck, which is an awakening, right? You learning something new, something different, a new version of yourself, truly growing here. And I feel like a version who's definitely a lot more stronger, who's recognizing their wisdom, who is recognizing their worth, and this star here reminding you of everything that you are worthy of receiving. And I feel like this new version of you can finally say, yes, you know, I am proud of everything that I've done. Tell yourself that you're proud and welcome in this new opportunity, okay? I am going to leave it there, Pisces, but I hope there were messages for you in this reading. If there were, please feel free to let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything helps. Lets me know if you'd like to see more readings like this, and if there was anything here for you at all. Thank you, and I hope to see you again sometime. Bye. All right, we are going to move on to Aquarius. All right, I'm going to do a quick little shuffle before we move on to Aquarius. All right. Aquarius, hello, Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your reading. We are asking, what do you need to know right now? We are using this first part of the reading as an energy check. So if this part does not make sense to you, please feel free to check out a different placement. Wow. All right. You have fire and Pluto showing up here. This is very strong energy. Pluto comes in and I'm going to say straight up, you know, it can be destructive as well as fire, right? Fire can be destructive. And here's the thing though, I feel like it's also cleansing. You know, it kind of clears the field so that you can you know, start afresh and gets rid of anything that's not serving you. And that's also what Pluto does here, okay? I feel like you're coming into a period of being re-energized as well, and as well as transformed, right? Truly, I feel like truly releasing just versions of yourself that aren't authentic. And with fire, I feel like you're finding a new passion for yourself here. I'm going to throw this out there for some of you. There could be external circumstances that are causing this recharge in yourself. Okay, so it could be that maybe things haven't been working out, or you got some bad news, or that you're kind of even being shoved into learning how to stand your ground, or that you're being forced to change somehow because of some circumstances outside of you. So if you feel like that resonates with you, let's get into the rest of the tarot's theme. What else is showing up for you, Aquarius? All right, wow. Ooh, oh. Sorry, I don't always see it, but this just fell straight up. It was a Chariot card, fell up, like facing up over here. I'm gonna put it back in the deck, you know, but I love that Chariot energy, I'm gonna say, because it's very, one, it's indicative of success, and it does say, you know, the road's not always going to be easy, but if you're willing to go on that new journey, you have success waiting for you. Let's see what else is showing up for you. You have the Daughter of Pentacles, and you're deep within. The Son of Swords is how you're relating to others. You have the Ace of Swords reverse is how the universe is affecting you, and we have, whoa, the Ten of Swords over here, things you might not see coming, reversed. Okay. Wow, is that all swords? No. Okay, so you have 3 swords cards, so you can be very in your head right now, which Aquarius, you know, I don't know which of my other readings I did, but I remember telling Aquarius, you seem to be very in your head right now, which makes sense because you're an air sign, but very extra, having thoughts circling around. So I don't know, maybe there are messages for you in some of my other readings, or maybe you're coming back. Welcome, Aquarius. All right. But yes, all of the sword signs showed up reversed. Okay, so I'm getting thoughts that you might be having difficulty working through, that seem to be affecting the way that you're communicating, that your understanding about something could be changing. Nonetheless, you have the Daughter of Pentacles. Like, how beautiful is this card? Okay, this is in your innermost. It's like you're strengthening who you are. Back to this fire energy. I feel like you've been doing work toward yourself to allow yourself to have this, you know, spectrum of experience with the rainbow over you over here, saying, yeah, you know, Whatever it is that you want to work toward, it's possible over here. Take that first step. The Daughter of Pentacles is the youngest of the court cards here, which can be a little bit unrefined. And I go back to the energy of Pluto and fire, in that it's, I would say these are the definition of unrefined and kind of chaotic and all over the place. But I feel like the Daughter of Pentacles is saying, hey, if you are taking those steps, if you're willing to take chances, if you're willing to do the work, it's okay if the energy is a little bit unrefined right now. You don't need to know everything at this moment. Take that first step toward yourself so that you can start, start your journey, right? Start having these experiences, start figuring out, learning over here. Right. For some of us, it's like even those missteps are teaching you something. And I feel like that's where all of these swords are coming in. Okay. First of all, when I see swords reversed, particularly the Son of Swords, the Ace of Swords that are showing up here, I see it as an indication that it's time to learn, time to have an open mind, and time to shift whatever it is that's plaguing you over here into a learning opportunity. Okay. The Ten of Swords is, it's very in their head, feeling betrayed, feeling backstabbed, hurt. You could be carrying a lot of pain from experiences. I feel like I was talking about this at the very beginning when I was saying, like things that may have happened to you that you had no control over, and that you could feel a little, salty and a little upset about here. But the reversal to me, well, it's indicating two things. One, that you might that you could be resisting, okay, particularly because you have these two reversals here, are indicating to me resistance to transform, okay, because after the Ten of Swords, what the 10 narrows down to a 1, what comes? The Ace again, right? So it's like if you're willing to close out the cycle, you will have this new understanding. Once again, more of this like rainbow imagery, right? The spectrum of experience, things coming and going around you, being able to like synthesize what's been happening into a new understanding. But it's like you're kind of not wanting to accept it at this moment, so something needs to shift in the way that you're learning about yourself and the way that you are perceiving these experiences where you may have been hurt. I do feel like at this time it is very much like a learning time, if that makes sense. How can I say this? Yeah, like you're not taking a lot of steps in the, like, I feel like you're not making a lot of changes in maybe your physical realm, okay? Even though you have the Daughter of Pentacles here, okay? This is still showing up in your innermost. So what this is saying is that you're taking action toward your learning. You're taking action toward your mental health, toward reasoning the experiences that you've been going through, toward trying to sort out what these experiences mean to you, what they've taught you, and how you can grow and learn from them, okay? In very practical terms, pay attention to your mental health, okay? So like meditation, journaling, talking to friends, talking to a therapist, if you have access to that, can be very important, okay? Because I feel like a new version of you is kind of rising up here. There's a lot of transformation, and I feel like it's going to feel so much more authentic, and you're going to feel re-inspired again. But you need to be willing to do some work toward yourself and your healing in this way, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of cards from my little deck of self-care, see anything else that you need to here at this time. What do you need to know right now? What does Aquarius need to know right now? Yeah. Oh, yep. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, you know what? This fell. I'm gonna take it, okay? And I'm gonna take it because I think it was meant for you. But also, I did notice, the first card that popped out was face your feelings. And when you have, you have earth energy, fire energy, and air energy. But what are you missing? Water energy. Water is associated with your feelings, okay? So it could be that you are dismissing feelings of discomfort or sadness. And honestly, I would even say some of y'all could even be dismissing feelings of joy and willing to, right? Because sometimes when we're missing when we're not even facing our feelings at all, and we can be very numb, and it's almost a dismissal of both the good and the bad feelings, right? So you could be in that space. So I do want to say, for those of you that are having difficulty facing those difficult emotions, remember that also, even though that can be very uncomfortable, right? This Pluto transformative chaotic energy, it can also create change and welcome in feelings of joy and feeling really good, because then you're open, right? To feelings in general. But yeah, so that could be something that you're, working through at this moment. Notice the what, okay? What are you sensing? What are you feeling? And be okay with saying, hey, this does not work for me. This does not make me happy. This makes me uncomfortable. And hey, I get joy from doing this thing. Maybe I want to do more of that, okay? And then you have accept a compliment. This is also my devil card in this deck here. So something I do want to say about that is, one of the light sides of the devil card that I perceive is that whatever you put energy into and hard work into will pan out, okay? Some of y'all could need to release some bad habits, really pay attention to the things that are binding you. What is keeping you in this Ten of Swords energy, okay? I feel like the devil can also speak to things keeping us feeling trapped and bound. So what is it that's keeping you over here, right? Unable to release, unable to close out cycles. What cycles are you not closing, okay? I do want to say, I do feel like they're very about you and how you're understanding the world, and kind of like hanging on to those negative experiences, but you, right? But also accept a compliment, okay? If somebody tries, I don't know, I just feel like know your worth, right? Like, know when you've been doing hard work, and if you've been working on whatever, right? Like, I don't know, just like a little form of self-care over here, okay? I'm gonna throw that out there. And then the card that fell, I don't remember if I brought it up, but it's massage, okay? Whether you're doing a self massage, okay, massaging your feet, massaging your neck, I would even say like acupressure. Maybe you're learning about acupressure points, and that could bring you some sort of comfort here. Or go and get one if you have the capacity, if you have the resources. Go and get one. That could be like, help you loosen up, help you kind of get in touch with your body, help you get in touch with your feelings as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, Aquarius. But if there were any messages for you here, please feel free to let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything helps. Lets me know there were messages for you here, and if you would like to see more readings like this. All right. We are going to move on to Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. All right. Let's see. Oh, actually, I grabbed the wrong deck. So let's see. Capricorn. Okay. Ooh. Hello, Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to your reading. We are asking, what do you need to know right now? We have the North Node, wow, and Libra showing up for you here, okay? Now, I want to show you, these cards are all different colors, right? They all, they have, it's, kind of, but anyway, my point is that you have the similar coloring here. So the purple and the orange. I feel like orange orange is related to your sacral chakra. So this is the energy of creativity, of your passions, of getting in touch with the things that excite you. And the purple would be associated with your third eye or crown. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's both. Maybe y'all are expanding. Maybe that's why I can't really remember right now. But your third eye and your crown chakra can be opening or in need of some balance, okay? So this would be related to your understanding of the world, the way that you're perceiving things, that you are connected. Also, like your spirituality, we're talking about the crown, feeling connected to the unconscious, the sub, like, what would you call that, to the collective, okay? So there could be something about you here about finding that inspiration through exploring. I could feel like learning, exploring, getting out there, seeing new things, and then allowing that to expand your understanding of yourself and your purpose, okay? So for some of you with the North Node showing up here, wow, Capricorn, you could be having a shift in direction in what it is that you want to charge toward. Your North Node could be calling. So if you don't know what your North Node placement is, maybe that's something that you're being asked to look into. And if you do, either get in touch with that, figure out what that means for you. But this is really about finding where it is that you want to head, and feeling purposeful, feeling like you have a direction, right? We're not always there. We're not always thinking about the long term. We're not always thinking about purpose and direction. But at the moment, I feel like you're being called to pay attention to that, okay? With Libra energy showing up in this position as well, okay? Finding balance, I would say, with the Libra card showing up, it's really making me think it rules the 7th house, but it's making me think of finding balance with others. So it could be that you could be finding support from a person. It could be a co-worker, a friend, a like new boss figure, like some sort of, I don't know, I feel like a supportive energy here that might either inspire you, right? So it could be somebody that you're dealing with in very practical ways and interacting from, or maybe you find a new author or a new person that, I don't know, like I feel like you finding inspiration from someone, okay? So it could be somebody that you know or don't know, but using that to kind of help you charge forward and maybe check in with yourself. Yeah, this is very much, an energy of balance, finding that beauty in the world as well. I'm getting a sense, well, a lot of heavy energy, Capricorn. Goodness golly. Let's see what else is showing up for you. All right, what is showing up for Capricorn? Why am I saying Capricorn? All right, you have the Son of Cups, the Two of Wands. You have the Mother of Pentacles. Oh, this is your energy here. And the Daughter of Wands. Wow. Okay. So if you missed the intro, okay, and the reason I want to talk about this is because of this card right here. This is your innermost, how you're showing up, how the universe is affecting you, and things you might not see coming over here. Now, wow. Okay. I'm gonna throw this out there. This is very much a side note and not the whole premise of the reading, okay? But for those of you with the Mother of Pentacles and the Daughter of Wands over here, things you don't see coming, all right, becoming a parent could be something that if you are looking for that or wanting that, okay, and then you have the Son of Cups is here as well, okay, that could be something that's a possibility if it's something that you're looking for. If it's not something that you're looking for, well, then you know what to do to take care of you, okay? Be careful and mindful. Now, yeah, also I would say parenting yourself, okay? Actually mothering yourself, so whatever that means to you. I mean, usually we think of mothering energy, being nurturing, caring, being very supportive. Like, I feel like that is being asked, like, for you to bring it into yourself, okay, with the Son of Cups showing up here as well. Now, I digress because I got totally distracted. This is your innermost. This is how you're showing up. This is how the universe is affecting you. Things you might not see coming, okay? Now, what I see here above everything is an opportunity from the universe for you to feel so authentically you, for you to feel like you are standing in your power, like to give you that sense of just, I don't know, like you're following your purpose, like you're following your destiny, right? Like a part of you being activated here, right? This is what the universe is offering you. It's going to be up to you whether you accept that or take that, okay? I do see choices showing up here with the Two of Wands. A couple of things, the Two of Wands is saying that if you follow those passions, follow those things that spark you, that make you feel good, this is the first step towards success, you know, like that's what that Two of Wands is saying. But it can also indicate a choice. I feel like there are two ideas that you are bringing maybe into union. Oh, I'm gonna go back to this, okay? With the sacral, yes. Oh, okay. I'm gonna throw this out there. For a lot of you, some ideas that you could be integrating is something that you're very passionate about. Particularly, you have the Two of Wands, the Daughter of Wands, sorry, over here as well. Like, but in which is passions, creativity. Okay, so you could be integrating that, like a passion project or something, with like an understanding of what it is that you want to create, with your purpose, with figuring out how to bring it out into the collective for some of you, or how to share your gifts, how to, like, it, some of y'all could still be in the learning stage where you're still kind of learning from others about how it is that you can take this passion and something that you feel really good about, and kind of run with it. How can you use it to make you feel good? How can you use it to help you stand in your power and feel like your most authentic self? Okay, now something else, you know, I'm gonna go back to this energy, you know, with the Ten of Cups showing up in your deep within. I do feel like you're being asked to be very kind and gentle to yourself. Okay, the Ten of Cups is very loving and giving, and because this showed up in your innermost, I would say, you know, be really mindful of your feelings, taking care of your needs, share that love to yourself. Okay, the Ten of Cups wants you to do things that feel good, so do check in with yourself about what that is. I kind of feel like I'm gonna throw this out there, particularly because okay, like I feel like some of y'all might have a lot of love to give. Nonetheless, it's like, hey, you know what? Keep it within for now. Just for now, okay? Just, I'm not saying forever, all right? Make sure that you're doing you first, okay? There's just you are showing up strongly right here, right now, okay? Some of y'all, you know, if it's not if it's not a child that's surprisingly showing up for you, okay? You could have energy of somebody who can be inspiring. Oh yeah, didn't I say that like at the very beginning with the Libra North Node energy? Yeah, but with the Daughter of Wands, okay, this could indicate a person, okay? Somebody that, I don't know, that kind of inspires you, that helps you see things in a new way, that kind of allows you to get in touch with your experiences. Like, I'm getting a muse sort of energy, okay? This could be, you know, a friend that you are hanging out with, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, now I want to do this project, or oh my gosh, la la la. So I don't know, I feel like just kind of be open to that energy, okay? Because it could be coming from the outside in. You know, a lot of us, I do feel like you have this creative energy within yourself, you know, like it's part of your North Node. I feel like it's part of your purpose. It's not everybody's, okay? I'm gonna throw this out there. It's just like for you, for this reading right now. You know, it took me a while to kind of understand that, right? But like some people, you know, you know, you know, they're like, you know, creativity can vary, you know, but you know, like they don't necessarily need to have that space, right, for, I don't know, making music, doing painting, blah blah blah, you know, like there's just like kind of no need for that. But I feel like you want to, it doesn't have to be any of those examples, okay? But I feel like there's something about your creative juices wanting to flow here, and you're being asked to like pour them out right onto yourself, and then kind of synthesizing that into the world. So, oh, okay, I'm gonna leave it there, Capricorn. Actually, now I'm gonna pull a couple of extra cards over here. See what else you have showing up for you, or anything else that you need to know at this moment. But if this reading made sense, please let me know. Please leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you feel inclined to. I would absolutely love to know if this type of reading makes sense. If you like to see more readings like this. Ooh, so writing. That's another. Ooh, some of y'all are writers, and you are being asked to get in there and write, okay? Wow, you have two. So you have Follow the Cycles of the Moon, and then you have Blanket Burrito, which is my moon card over here, okay? So with Follow the Cycles of the Moon, this is really about getting in touch with your intuition, getting in touch with your feelings, learning to trust yourself, okay? So I use this exercise or suggest this exercise as a way for those who have difficulty accessing, their intuition and trusting themselves and things like that, or getting in touch with their emotions, to be a supportive way to kind of teach you how to do that, right? Not everybody knows how to trust their emotions all the time. So I'm so sorry. Sorry to get choked up. But yeah, so that's something that you can do, right? Like, hey, it's a full moon, I feel like this. It's a new moon, I feel like this. And then kind of learning to trust yourself, learning to recognize what it is that you're sensing. And then this is also my moon card, blanket burrito. Okay, so more of this need to pay attention to your feelings. Okay, they could be telling you something about what it is that you need, what it is that you're missing, and what it is that you're striving for. And a blanket burrito, okay? Like, don't be afraid to chill, to take care of yourself, to curl up, take a nap, take it easy, okay? The dishes will be there tomorrow, but don't forget to feed the cat, right? And then write, okay? For those of you that are writers, okay, get out there. Okay, for some of you this could be like, if you're working on a writing project, get on it. But it could also be about journaling. It could be about helping you process. It could be about manifesting as well, like a manifestation journal or something like that as well. Put it into writing. This is magician energy for me. So a lot of taking that first step, I'm getting toward beginning to manifest, right? So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, Capricorn. Right? Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you again sometime. All right, we are going to move on to who are we moving on to? Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. Welcome, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or whichever placement brought you here. We are, wow. Some cards fell. I didn't see them, so I'm just popping them back in the deck. All right, we're starting this reading with an energy check. So if this part of the reading does not make sense to you, please feel free to check out a different placement. We have square showing up with, oh wow, I guess you wanted 2 cards. We're gonna take both of them. With tension, okay, so with this, the energy of something being at a square, okay, can indicate problems, not seeing eye to eye, kind of just a lot of tension, okay, it's the key word here. I see, so you do have Ceres over here and Scorpio, which are, wow. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I feel like the tension that you are facing is in your deep within, okay? I did mean this to be like more internally and then this external, but then I am reading, holistically, so I do feel like whatever it is that you are facing, at the root of it is you, right? Like things that you are in need to resolve within yourself. With Scorpio energy showing up here as well, there could be some intense transformative energy that is happening in your deep within that you are being asked to address. Okay, I feel like a good start for this with Ceres is, the first keyword right here is self-care, working on your wellness, really thinking about why am I having, what parts of yourself, I feel like there are different parts of yourself that are not getting along. So what are they, and how is it that you can, I would say, listen to both of them. Listen to what the parts within you are telling you about what they want. Why is it that you are struggling with, I'm just getting a lot of intense emotions. I hate to go here, right? But I'm getting almost like self-loathing or frustration or being mad at yourself, even, if that makes sense. Look, like I said, if this part of the reading does not make sense for you, please check out a different placement, okay? Because the messages are getting very specific, okay? But yeah, I do feel like Ceres, wants you to be a little bit more practical about how you are approaching this discomfort, the intense feelings. You know, how do I say this? I feel like with the Scorpio energy, it's like they're always going to be there, right? But I almost get the sense that as you are a little bit more practical or kind of learn to work through them, the cycles of the intensity can be a little bit shorter, right? So let's say that you're very upset with yourself about something, and all of a sudden you're mad for months and you're just kind of in a rut forever. And then it's like, okay, well, as you're kind of trying to take care of things, you might still feel things to the same intensity, but the cycles will be shorter, if that makes sense. Like you might still get just as mad, but you might be able to work through them in a week rather than a month, like that kind of thing. I don't know. I hope that makes sense, okay? But wow, okay, whoa. All right, we have the 8 of Cups. All right, yeah, some of y'all really need to move on. There's something that you're hanging on to with the 8 of Cups showing up here. It's done. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. All right, it's just causing that inner conflict, and it's keeping you from charging towards something new. The Ace of Pentacles is showing up reversed. It's like you want to start fresh, but you're not allowing yourself to do that. I'm gonna say something about the 8 of Cups is that it keeps us hanging on to something that we may have perceived as a dream, as beautiful, as I really wanted this, or I can fix this energy. Sometimes the cups are beautifully intact and wonderful, and it's just like, well, it's just not what I want. And sometimes they're broken and shattered, and we're still hanging on to it. Like, I can make this better. I can put all the pieces, and I just feel like you're being beckoned to get real with yourself. Be practical. Like, this is causing a lot more stress for you than you deserve and keeping you from having a fresh start. I feel like you're refusing to start somewhere new because of all the hard work and energy that maybe you've put into something, but it's just creating more tension in your life. You have the 9 of Swords, and you have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, wow. I'm going to say for some of you, you could perceive this like letting go of whatever it is that's causing this tension. You could perceive it as, well, this is going to put me down in a down and out energy. This is going to leave me stranded. I don't have the resources. I don't have the money. I don't have the blank. You fill in the blank, right? If I let this go. But the 5 of Pentacles reversed is saying, hey, the resources are out there. The support is out there. You can actually find that. To me, so 5 of Pentacles can be fives are a challenging energy here, all right? Feeling like they're apart, like you're falling apart, like things are just not working out, feeling really unstable, okay, is something that I'm seeing here, like unrooted. I feel like your root chakra needs your attention at this time. So you're grounding. So maybe making this choice will make you feel destabilized, but the universe is here to remind you that you can actually find resources if you look for them, if you speak out, if you you won't be stranded is the message that I'm getting. But you also have to look for what it is that you need and be willing to receive, be willing to accept support, okay? Like, especially if you're scared of making a shift because of where it might leave you, okay? The Ace of Pentacles is saying be open to receiving, be open to welcoming in support. The 9 of Swords, this is right. I feel like this is what your brain feels like right now. Like you could be very stressed out. A lot of the things that are happening right now might feel like they're splitting you. Like I feel like you're almost not seeing things clearly. A lot of these experiences, these tensions and things like that is like the universe. I'm gonna throw this out there. I almost feel like there are things that are happening that are out of your control here, that are not allowing you to see things clearly. So I almost get this need to detach, to say, like, hey, not dissociate, right? But maybe detach from outcomes, detach from what people are saying, kind of realize, right, what do I have control over and what don't I have control over right now. Okay, like we can't control what others say, we can't control some like what people do toward us and things like that, but what do you have control over? And I know there's a very cheesy, you have control over you and how you react and what you do, but also, like, I feel like you have more power in this situation than you are giving yourself credit for. That's where, like, some of this inner struggle could be happening. Like, some of y'all might have difficulties asking for help. Some of y'all might have difficulties, letting go of things. Some of you could have difficulties. I mean, it can vary, right? But like looking for resources or even knowing how to access resources, so, or welcoming in support, right? So, definitely kind of take ownership is what I would say. Okay, like, I'm like, how do I say this nicely? But take ownership of your journey. Like, take steps toward, like, how you can, I really hate this, but like how you can help yourself, how you can look at what's out there, how you can look for energy of support. I feel like it is there for you. I'm not gonna lie, like it feels like you're going through some intensity at this moment, but there is a way out. The resources are there. Like, you will be able to find these, like you just have to be willing to do a little bit of the legwork here. Wow. Sagittarius. Goodness golly. All right, you have, wow, oh, you have move, you have eat a green thing, you have, oh wow, you have 756, like 567. Okay. Oh, okay, can I tell you what I saw right now? Okay, just numerically, I'm gonna throw 756 as a number. If you do spiritual numbers or angel numbers or something like that, check it out. Let me know if you looked it up and if there was any messages for you here. Okay, but I get the sense that some of you, back to this message, is like with the 7, it's like, well, I'm already here, and I feel like if I make this move, I'm taking 2 steps back. But guess what? You're gonna be able to take a step forward. Okay, I'm going to say, for some of you, not for everybody, this could be about a relationship, partnership that you might kind of be in the middle about, and you deserve the love you desire showing up here. It doesn't have to be about a relationship. Okay. I'm just going to throw that out there. But well, since I'm already here, this 6 does that this is Lover's energy, and it does indicate a choice, but also with more than that, I do see it as you deserve to have what it is that you want. Okay, you deserve to have what it is that you desire. Okay, it doesn't have to be about a romantic love, but just what it is that you are looking for. But you have to start with yourself. This series, self-care, taking care of your needs. The 7 here is my Chariot card, which is talking about progress, and the road isn't always going to be easy, but if you continue on your path, success is there, but you do have to be practical about it with this Hierophant energy showing up over here. Okay, to cultivate, series. Oh, there you go. I totally missed the big agricultural metaphor here, right? But this is about cultivation, right? You don't just have a harvest, right? It's not just always like, oh, yep, there's all all my pumpkins in October or whatever, right? It's like, oh no, you had to plant the seeds. Even before that, you had to till the soil, you had to be dedicated, you had to water, you had to, right, like, take care of things. Okay, so be very methodical here. Okay, little things that you can do for self-care. Okay, moving to your capacity. Remember this, it can be a little stretch, stretching in your seats, whatever, going on a hike if you can. Okay, to your capacity, to your energy. Eat a green thing. I don't mean this in a shaming thing, but like, this is to help you nourish, to help you ground, and to help your heart chakra as well. Okay, And then you deserve the love you desire. Okay, you deserve to have what you desire. Make this your mantra at this time. I deserve to have what I desire, or I deserve the love that I desire. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, Sagittarius. But yeah, let me know if there were any messages for you here. It definitely felt a little heavy. Well, definitely felt very heavy. But let me know if there was anything for you in this at all. Leave me a like, a comment, subscribe if you want to see more readings like this. I would love to hear from you. Thank you. And I hope to see you again sometime. All right. We are going to move on to Scorpio. But I do want to do a little shuffle before we move on. All right. Actually, I need some water too. And all right. All right. Hello, Scorpio. Scorpio sun, moon, rising, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome. We are asking, what do you need to know right now? We are using this first part of the reading as an energy check. So if this part of the reading makes sense to you, then you know that you are at the right place. If it doesn't, please feel free to check out a different placement. Wow. Okay, Scorpio, this feels very nice. Very what's the word I'm looking for? Auspicious. Let's go with auspicious. Okay. No, you do have Vesta showing up here with inner spark, sacrifice, devotion, and planetary return. Okay, now for a lot of you, you could be going through some sort of planetary return, like your Saturn's return. Okay, if you're like between, and I'm gonna say like between 28 and 32, because I feel like a lot of people say, oh, it's about 28, 29, 30 sometimes, but I think it's like a whole trajectory, right? And you're kind of learning big lessons, around something. Okay, it could be your Jupiter's return, which happens every 12 years. So like 12, 24, 36, 48, I mean, anyway, you keep doing the math, all right? What else? Anyway, the point is, okay, and some of y'all, it could be your birthday, a Saturn, not a Saturn, why did I say that? It could be a solar return. I know the sun is not a planet, but like, I don't know, like you could just be going through some cycles over here. Okay, cycles that you're being asked to pay attention to, cycles that are causing you to progress, all right, to make some changes that are causing ultimately your growth. Okay, you might want to look into that if you want to. You don't have to. Okay, remember, this is kind of like an energy check. All right, and I love this Vesta energy. Okay, Vesta is the hearth, like where the fire is centered here. And Vesta, something I'm going to say is that it can be a very dedicated energy and very devoted. But something that is important to me about this energy is that this is about taking care of yourself first. It's, having that inner spark. Sometimes is like we can give too much of ourselves to others, and then it kind of dims our light or depletes our energy. And Vesta is saying, no, right? Like, make sure that you're spark, that you're inspired, that you're working on the things that make you feel good, that you're not giving so much of your, don't get like, here's the thing, Vesta is still very giving, very devoted, right? Like, you're connecting, you're not isolated, you're building, but it's like sharing the joy, not doing it at your expense, if that makes sense. Okay, and I think that's where I feel a little bit of a hopeful, sort of auspicious energy here, because I get the sense that there is something that whatever planetary returns are happening, birthdays, Jupiter expansions, or Saturn's lessons, or whatever is going on here, it's teaching you to close a cycle where some of y'all might be over giving or sacrificing too much of yourself. And it's actually helping you progress in the sense that you are going to strengthen your inner joy. They are being asked to pay attention to the things that make you feel good, and that's something that's going to take priority, or that needs your priority at this time. Okay, so let's see what else is showing up for you here, Scorpio. All right, let's get into the rest of the tarot. This is your innermost Son of Cups. This is how you're presenting yourself to the world, how the universe is affecting you. Goodness golly. And things you might not see coming. All right. Wow, Scorpio. Look, I'm gonna say here, some of y'all, sorry, it's just like the imagery of the fire, and then with the reversal, I'm really honing in on the going within. So some of y'all could be feeling a little burnt out, a little exhausted, and it to me is just really reiterating, like before you give out, before you share your wand of passion and excitement with others, I feel like you're being asked to kind of take it in. So what you might not see coming is this need to have a lot of internal work going on, like this need to maybe even take a step back. You're not quite isolating, and I'll get into this over here right now. Did I say this is the Seven of Swords? You're not quite isolating, all right, but I do get the sense that it's like you are being asked to maybe kind of check in with yourself a little bit more. I guess there you go. That's what I would say. Like, how much are you checking in with yourself? The Tower, I feel like, goodness, this is not the only reading that I've done where Scorpio has gotten a Tower. So I don't know, maybe you have messages in some of my other readings. I don't know, I'm just going to throw that out there. If you want to check any of those videos out. But the thing is, it's internal, okay? Nobody likes to be in a Tower moment. They are uncomfortable. Tower moments cause us to check in with yourselves about what we really want, what we're trying to build, what we need to get rid of, right? We have to get so real with ourselves about cutting things that are not serving us, right? Bad habits, addictions, I would say. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's, changing our lifestyle altogether, and it's chaos, but it's ultimately intended to enable new growth, new births, like new opportunities, right? It's so that you can build your tower the way that you want it to build. Now, the reversal here, okay, I'm gonna say, don't worry, this is intended to be, how the universe is affecting you. And I'm gonna say, like, upright, to me it can indicate the universe throwing things your way that you're like, what the hell just happened, and now things are falling apart, oh my gosh, I have no control of this, and right, and kind of being forced into this Tower moment. Some of y'all could be maybe going through feeling that way as well. But the reversal, to me, sorry, it indicates internal. Okay, now I'm not saying, what am I talking about, right? I feel like a lot of those feelings are going to be about your feelings, about your thoughts, about who you are, the sense of, which way am I going? Like, I don't know what to do, or I don't know how I'm feeling, or I'm stressed, or I'm happy, or, is this really what I want? Like, what are your values? Okay, so what am I saying? I feel like, I'm not saying that it's easier to go through an internal transformation or an internal Tower moment. It is not an easy thing to go through. But I guess I just want to confirm that I'm not seeing like your whole outer life, like, or bad news or things kind of falling apart over here, like outside of you. I feel like the big Tower moment is going to be about who you are, almost like your sense of self, your values, your ideas, what you're charging toward is what's truly shifting and being, for lack of better terminology, like destroyed and rebuilt, So very intense, very powerful, but potentially beautiful if it helps you find this inner spark, if it helps you find what it is that makes you feel good, you know, and what it is that, I don't know, like, dang, Scorpio. Sorry, I just kind of needed a moment. I have this very overwhelming feeling. I felt, I don't know if some, like, I don't know if I'm channeling in this moment or what's going on, but I definitely felt like a very heavy heart right now. And you know, maybe transforming who you are feels difficult, or maybe, I don't know, I can't quite grasp where it is that the feeling is coming from, because I feel like my mind and the way that I'm perceiving this, and the cards and connecting this, is very disconnected from the heavy heart that I'm sensing. Like, I kind of don't see the connection here, because I'm like, but this can be so beautiful. Nonetheless, I have an overwhelming sense of sadness. So I don't know if I'm channeling your energy. Please let me know. Is that some of what you're sensing, right? Like, maybe there's a sadness. Okay, it could be the sadness of letting go of an old part of you, or an old version of you. It could be the sadness of, I'm changing, I'm different. It could be a sadness around, you know, who was this person. But I kind of want to say, like, honor who you are, honor that the cycle is ending, welcome in. You know, I feel like the thing about starting a new cycle and having this progress is that you're not necessarily, maybe some of y'all could be sensing, like, you know, I'm leaving behind these parts of me, but you get to choose what you take with you. You know, that's the thing about towers, that, you know, maybe you're like, I don't want this brick, but I'm gonna hang on to this one, you know, or I don't want this in my life anymore, but I learned this lesson, and this is a lesson that I'm gonna continue to take. So kind of remind yourself of that as well, you know. Honor your sadness. I can't make sense of it right now, but honor it is what I'm gonna say. All right, the Son of Cups. Yeah, be soft, be nurturing, be kind to yourself. Okay, this is in your innermost, you know. So share that cup of love with you. Tell yourself nice things. I'm really seeing as, like, look at yourself in the mirror, and tell yourself what you're proud of. Be gentle with yourself. Make sure that you're taking care of your basic needs, hydrating. Okay, I'm gonna say, all right. With the Seven of Swords showing up over here, I'm gonna say, take a step back from making any major choices at this moment. All right, like, you're being asked to be very strategic, okay, but I feel like you're not quite acting on things right now. There's something that you're still waiting to learn. This is how you're acting, so, like, how you're showing up to the world. So I feel like you're being asked to be in receptive mode. So keep an open mind, learn, strategize, okay? Because the Seven of Swords is strategic, okay? It can also be a little bit shifty. It could be a little bit shady over here. So I feel like this is almost like a warning around not taking any missteps, or doing things before you are ready, or before you have a game plan. So, you know, do focus on taking care of yourself, finding that inner spark, and nurturing your inner self, and through this transformation, through this big shift, this big, like, just life cycle that you're ending and progressing through. Wow, goodness golly. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wow, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a couple of cards. Wow, okay, wow. Sorry, why am I laughing and cackling like a crazy, just maniacally. This is my Tower card, and you saw, was it on camera? I hope it was on camera. It just popped up. This is my Tower card, okay? I am going to talk about that in a second. I'm pulling from my little deck of self-care, okay? I'm just gonna say, wow, okay. That is way too many. But I'm a survivor, okay? You know what? I'm going to take it. I'm a survivor. Look around. Play. What inspires you? And boundaries. Oh, I don't know. Maybe boundaries doesn't want to be there. Maybe some of y'all are having difficulty. You're either having difficulty with boundaries, or you need to set some boundaries. I'm gonna talk about this. It's okay to say no. Okay, this is my little deck of self-care. So yeah, you got way more cards than anybody. But you know what, Scorpio? I think that this is where we're at. All right. So I don't even know where to start. I guess I'm gonna start with these cards here because you have a Tower card. Once again, we talked about the Tower moment over here, but the reason I put look for cute stuff as the self-care thing in my Tower card is, you know, because even in chaos, even amidst, you know, things falling apart, there is always going to be beauty in the world, okay? And sometimes it's so hard, and I think sometimes it gets hard when you're looking for big beauty, you know? So start small for those of you that are having difficulties, right? Like, have you Googled harvest mouse and a tulip? Or puppies and kittens, you know? Like, you don't, it doesn't have to be that, okay? That's my thing. But what do you find cute, you know? I just, I just got, a very strong imagery of the piggy and the red wellies, okay? Was it red wellies or green wellies? I don't know. But anyway, all right. I don't know why cute animals are popping up a lot, okay? But maybe and the animal world has some messages for you. Maybe your spirit animal is calling to you or asking you to get in touch with them, okay? But look for cute things, okay? Remember that there's always goodness, even amidst chaos. If you are willing to look around, okay, to look around, okay, look around for synchronicities, look around for signs, keep an open mind over here, okay. And then what inspires you, all right, whether it's a person, a place, a thing, make sure that you're making time to play, to do something creative, to, you know, whatever it is, okay, that you are finding joy in, all right, pursue it. This is the Sun card, okay, the sun will rise again, okay. So find that, you know, what feels authentically you and authentically brings you joy here, okay? And remind yourself that you are a survivor. Maybe that's your mantra for the week. Maybe that is what you needed to hear at this moment, okay? I am a survivor, all right? Everything that you've gone through, that you've been through, okay, it's made you as strong as you are right now, so own it, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, Scorpio, but if there were any messages for you here, please feel free to let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribes, everything truly helps and lets me know if I should continue to do more readings like this and if there were any messages here. So thank you, and I hope to see you again sometime. Bye. Hello, Libra. Hello, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome. We are asking, what do you need to know right now? We are starting with an energy check. So if this part of the reading makes sense to you, then you know that you are at the right place. I think there's two there. Yep. If this part of the reading does not make sense to you, please feel free to check out a different placement. The messages have been getting pretty specific, so you'll know if this is not your story, okay? Now you have Taurus showing up here with tactile, grounded, and stable. Maybe you have important Taurus placements in your chart. Some of you, or it does not have to be, okay? I do just see it as a call that you to, you know, be practical, be diligent, persistent, okay? That you've maybe been very in an energy of perseverance at this moment, right? Kind of like, this is what I need to do. I need to work hard. I need to take care of things over here, okay? Particularly because some of y'all could be facing some oppositions, goodness golly. You know, like, I feel like you've been very, how do I say this? Like, you've been persevering and standing your ground against some energy that might be bringing you a lot of chaos or a lot of challenges. Some of y'all are being asked to harness your dark feminine and energy. And I'm going to say, I say this regardless of gender, okay? I'm not talking about gender here, your social destiny, the social construct. But when we think of the dark feminine energy, it is an energy of transformation, right? Lilith, right, is somebody who stood for what she knew was right for herself, right? Like not allowing herself to be subjugated, not allowing, who was meant to be her partner. I don't know if you know do you all know the myth of Lilith? I won't bore you with the myth, but right, so she was Adam's first wife, who was banished from Eden here, okay? Right, but because she was like, I am not subpar, right? I am an equal. So I feel like you are being asked to kind of rise up to this, to this opposition, to whatever challenges it is that you are facing, or wherever this resistance might be coming. I feel like it's coming from the outside of you, right? Maybe things that you don't have a lot of control over. It could be people, it could just be circumstances not going your way, but you are cultivating, not stopping, right? Taurus is like, it keeps going, right? And Lilith is very aware of her rights, very aware of what she deserves, and that dark feminine energy is, how do I say this? I think the reason we call it the dark feminine energy is because it can be destructive, okay? But remember that destruction isn't always bad when it comes with transformation, okay? Because it's not just like, nope, this isn't working out and how dare you like tell me what to do and blah 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 blah, right? It's not just like destroy and kill. That is not dark feminine energy. Dark feminine energy is about, I am getting rid of this because this does not serve me, and this is how I am transforming it, right? Like, I am not allowing you to subjugate me, and this is how I am going to stand up for myself, right? Like, this is what I am going to do. This is how I'm going to create something new and something different, So it's not kill and destroy. It's more like, destroy and rebuild. All right, so kind of wanted to clarify that energy, right? Because you're not just kind of out there being destructive, you're actually using that power, because I do feel like there's a lot of power within you at this moment, Libra, that you're being kind of given, or like that you have access to in order to take on any challenges, okay? Something else I'm going to say about the opposition energy here is that this is actually intended to help us grow, okay? So there could be something that you might not be seeing as far as what these oppositions are telling you, because while sometimes we see it as, kind of being head to head and that polarity, struggle, resistance, right? The true energy of opposition is actually aligned because it's the underlying same energy, like you're not, completely squared up or causing a lot of tension. Is the same energy, but sometimes it just has different perspectives. So for some of you, like, you could be dealing with people that have vastly different views than you, or you could be dealing with a circumstance that maybe is not exactly what you wanted, right? That feels very oppositional here, but there's something that you are meant to learn from this, okay? I feel like with opposition, the beauty is that if you can integrate it, if you can take lessons, if you can take little bits and pieces, if you can combine those ideas, it actually makes you a lot stronger, right? So I don't know, I guess I'm going to go into an example but let's say that you're going through something that I don't know, I'm going to work career, but that's where I'm going. Let's say that you're in a career and you're like, wow, this is the opposite of what I wanted. This is not what I needed, like blah, blah, blah. you're kind of taking these ideas and saying, okay, well, what is this showing me? Okay, this is showing me that I actually wanted a job that does this, right? Or even so, that's one way to work with that oppositional energy, right? Another way to work with the oppositional energy would be like, okay, maybe this job is not what I wanted. Okay, now that I know that I'm looking for something different or whatever, it's like, what did I learn along the way? What did I learn while I was doing this job? What did I learn? What new skills, what new, they weren't a part of my plan. It was not where I wanted to head, right? Like, it was different, but you can take something from it. Okay, I hope that makes sense, right? I'm gonna stop talking, okay? But I'm not trying to make everything like love and light here, and I'm not trying to dismiss that this opposition energy can be very challenging, but like I said, harnessing that Lilith energy, harnessing this Taurus energy, right? Of cultivation, perseverance, and standing in your power here. To me, is telling me that there is so much more that you can take from the situations that aren't serving you than maybe you are recognizing at the moment. Okay, so well, all right, Libra. Let's get into the rest of the reading and see what else is showing up for you at this time. Wow, something wanted to pop out, but it didn't. Oh, you have the Emperor showing up in your innermost. You have the Mother of Cups showing up, and how you are showing up to the world, how the universe is affecting you is the Ten of Wands, and the Fool reversed is what you don't see coming. Okay, so look, some of y'all... I'm gonna add yourself. Some of y'all could be in opposition with yourself, okay, because there is some resistance to closing out cycles and to welcoming new beginnings over here, okay? I feel like you've been working on strengthening yourself, like I said, with the Taurus, with the Lilith, this Emperor energy. I would say this is actually a pretty cool combination of these energies, where the Emperor, stands their ground and gets things going. It charges toward what they want. So it could be that you're getting clear about what it is that you want to create, or what it is that you're looking for. But with the Ten of Wands, you could be feeling overwhelmed, overburdened. How the universe is affecting you is that it could be throwing a lot of things your way that you're having to navigate and to tackle over here. But it's like you're resisting trying something new or doing something different. It's like you're resisting this full energy, the leap of faith, okay? Some of y'all need to strengthen your solar plexus chakra. That would be your sense of self, your authenticity, your ego, or you might need to balance it, okay? Like on another... I'm just going to throw this out there. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but it could be somebody needs to hear this, okay? For some of you, it could be balancing your solar plexus in the sense that your ego might be a little too strong here, particularly because we have the Emperor over here, which can be a little bit arrogant, a little bit too sure of themselves. And what happens as a result, sometimes when we're too overconfident or too egotistical to accept help, or to know when we need to back off, or to know when maybe we need to take a softer approach to situations. The Ten of Wands reversed to me, and this is telling me maybe you're not asking for outside help. You're kind of refusing to close out the cycle by kind of taking it all yourself. And here's the thing, I'm not saying that you are not strong enough to do this on your own. I'm certain that you are, but I do get the sense that you'd be a lot stronger if you'd be willing to ask for some support, to communicate, okay? Like, I don't know, I feel like there's something here about communicating, whether it's starting out by communicating to the universe your desires or what it is that you're perceiving. Sometimes it's about communicating our challenges. Hey, I'm struggling with this and I need that. But the opportunity to have a shift is here. But yeah, I feel like look, I'm just going to touch on this, okay? The shadow side of this Taurus energy is stubbornness, okay? And arrogance. The shadow, and why am I talking about the shadow sides, okay? Particularly with the Lilith energy showing up here, is like we can't dismiss that, right? We can't dismiss when, you know, like that inner strength can turn into something destructive, right? Like you don't want that standing up for yourself to turn into vengeance. You don't want that determination to turn into, you know, kind of what's the saying? Like, you know, when you're just kind of trying the same thing over and over again and not seeing anything different or refusing to ask for help and things like that, okay? So, yeah, I do feel like you are being a little emotionally withholding at this time, or not emotionally withholding, that sounds like really weird. Like maybe you haven't been as soft in your approach to others, and I don't know, I feel like right now it seems like that's where your priorities should be, you know, with the Mother of Cups showing up reversed here and how you're showing up. There is this need for you to mother yourself, for you to take care of your needs, for you to pour that cup of love. Be soft with yourself, okay? Some of y'all could be really caught up in this, you know, the dark feminine energy. Like the opposite would be the Mother of Cups, you know, softer, nurturing approach. So balance those energies within yourself. And particularly in regards to how you treat you. It's like you are very in your masculine is what I get as well, with the Emperor showing up here. So this need to not forget about the softer approach to things. And don't be afraid to ask for support when you need it, all right? Because I feel like that's kind of what's going to help you close out these cycles of struggle, of oppositions, of resistance. Like you don't have to do this yourself, okay? And then welcome in a new way of seeing things, new opportunities, all right? So let's see. I'm going to pull from this deck, see anything else that needs to show up or wants to show up. Wow. Wow. Oh, I love this. You have a double full. Oh. Oh. Yeah, the Fool. See, trust yourself, trust the universe, especially if you're not trusting yourself, okay? I'm gonna say, you know, kind of back to the solar plexus chakra thing, you know, a lot of us live in this fake it till you make it mentality, and that's all great, but you know, there's something about genuinely trusting yourself, and something about, you know, believing it and knowing, right, like that you have these strengths and these abilities, okay? So trust yourself as well as the universe, okay? Let's see, anything else for self-care? You have hydrate. Don't forget to drink water. Oh, that's so funny. I mean, yes, hydrate in the just sense of self-care, but I also did intend this to associate with the water energy. I say it's funny because it kind of showed up here with the Mother of Cups, and to don't forget the soft, the loving approach here, and Mother Earth, okay? Yeah, so note, observe, maybe getting out into nature, harnessing. Oh, this is Empress energy too. And so Emperor and Empress. Oh, you know, it's funny, I don't know if I touched on this. I meant to, but balancing your feminine and masculine energy could be really important at this time, okay? I know we talked a lot about dark feminine energy, right? But like even balancing the dark feminine energy and the light feminine energy, and I hate like these terminologies, all right? But it's kind of, you know, what's commonly used here, all right? Like I'm gonna go back, right? The energy that is soft and nurturing and caring, you can be both that and strong and powerful and stand up for yourself, right? Guess what? You can be both of those things. And then add in, right, like the Emperor energy, which is, you know, very proactive and takes care of business, and the Mother Earth and Empress energy, which takes and cultivates and grows, okay? It's like, don't limit yourself. Don't define yourself by one role or the other. You actually encompass all of these energies within you. And that's actually what's going to, right, help you find this inner strength here. So, yeah, and get out into nature, okay? Thank Mother Earth. I'm going to leave that there, all right, Libra? If there were any messages for you here, please feel free to let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribe, sharing my videos with anybody you think might be interested. Everything truly helps. Thank you, and I hope to see you again sometime. Bye.